have a for sale by owner mastermind coming out. I wrote a playbook. I feel really awesome about this playbook, and I want to share it with this group first before I go live national with it. And so I'm putting together a mastermind to roll this out and share this with you on Monday. That's coming up on the 26th. I'm putting an Eventbrite in the chat. And what I want you to know is that space is limited on the Eventbrite, but I am going to open it up to anybody who fills out the Jot form or the Google form.
The Bitly's in the link. You can just register on the Bitly, and we'll get you the link for the session. If Eventbrite fills up, which it probably will, just register on the link I put in the chat. That'd be the fastest way to do it.
I hope you reduce, so some of us will be at family reunion.
I will. I know that some of you guys will be in family reunion, and we're going to do this probably weekly, but I put the Eventbrite in the chat. Chris put the Bitly for the overflow in the chat as well. And this kind of goes with what Adrienne brought up on the pre-show. She does for sale by owners and expireds. Go ahead and set it up again, Adrienne, so that the people that watch the recording later can hear the question.
So I've made appointments with for sale by owners and expireds, and they've asked that I send a text message in the morning, the day I'm supposed to meet with them. And when I do that, I'm getting text messages back. Like today, I got a text message from my wife asking an actual buyer. I know that they're going to consider listing this house because the husband told me. And so I'm not sure how to answer that.
Okay, so that's a really good question. And I want to ask a curious question. How did you set it up? Did you set it up on the original call that you did have a buyer? Or were you?
Nope, just that I saw that he had it listed. It's a beautiful home. Asked him a lot of questions. Found out that they would consider listing it. I quickly did like a quick RPR, and I think they've got it listed a little bit under what they could get for it. So it's possible to be able to cover my commissions. I kind of mentioned that, but I never tell them that I have a buyer. I don't lie to them. I just the appointment. He was more than willing. Now I'm getting a message from the partner, his wife, asking if I have a buyer, and I don't have a specific buyer.
Okay. So I love that you're transparent and you don't want to lead with the fact that you have a buyer. Do you want to carry that transparency over to just say, I don't have a buyer. I want to meet with you because I want to throw my name in the hat to list your property whenever it is you decide that you do so. Have you tried that? And by using that script, what do you think they would say?
Well, this is through a text message. So that's my biggest concern. I have not spoken to her. It's a text.
I see.
Problem. If I can talk to somebody, I feel like I can handle talking, but the text message, because it's so easy for them to say, oh, you don't have a buyer, I don't want you to come. So like, how do I get around that? I guess I could call her because she texted me. I now have her telephone number.
Yes, I would do that because it sounds like you pull your energy from a conversation. So I would call her. I would send a video text if you happen to go to voicemail, because it happens, and send a video text and let her know that you don't have a buyer. And here's the thing, guys, for sale by owners, I know it's such an inconvenience to show the home for them to show the home to realtors, but let's face it, like realtors are the primary source of how buyers and sellers meet. I mean, statistically, I want to say it's over 85% of home sellers sell to an agent, to a buyer through an agent. And with that said, they need to, because if they're already removing the element of the MLS, they need to not remove the element of an agent coming in to walk the property. And so when somebody, we have to get over that. When somebody is apprehensive to show the property to somebody who does not have a buyer, the reality is, Mr. Seller, realtors, we listen and then we show. We're constantly listening to the buyer's needs. We're listening to what buyers are looking for. And then we look on the MLS and we show properties that match what that buyer is looking for. Now, if in the absence of not pulling your home on the MLS, I like to keep track of the inventory going around, especially in my market area. So that's why I want to come in, take a look at your home so that the next conversation, when somebody tells me and I'm listening and then I'm matching, I have an idea of whether or not that buyer would be a good fit. You know, and I love that you're able to get the appointment. I would pick up the phone. I mean, it sounds to me that that's where your energy comes from.
Okay, thank you very
Good luck.
much.
Erica, hi. What say you?
So first of all, just how your phone stopped working in whatever capacity, there is no confirmed receipt of that text. So we can start there that like no one ever confirmed that it actually came through. But like you don't actually know that. So that's number one. But let's just say you want to have intent, like I got the text, I'm going to deal with it, right? So you could actually deal with it and pick up the phone. And Donna put something in the chat was like, exactly what I was thinking. Oh, I'm so glad do you have a minute, but it's like, I don't know. I haven't seen your home yet. Like, what are we still on for tomorrow at 4 p.m. as set with your husband last week or whatever it is, like whatever the original thing set, or would you prefer us to meet a little earlier? And then, if they're still asking like, oh, but I thought, other agents, they have a buyer. I've been in business for 15 years. I sell homes right in your area. I'm sure we've got to have somebody in our database. I just don't know how many of those somebodies who also know more somebodies. Because technically, given whatever length of time you're in business, your team, your market center, your MLS has been in business, someone got a buyer. You just have to come in at that and really just picking up no texting, do not text and and go through the prequel. Maybe the husband also, there's the telephone game. The husband could have said, because you didn't speak to the wife, hey, she's coming to bring a buyer, because that's what he heard.
That's
and then like, wait, which buyer do you have? She's texting to weed out because she's got 5 kids, whatever's happening. So if you're actually, hey, actually, I don't know. Let's get together and figure out which personality style she is and then deliver based on now you know her, you know him, and do a prequel of them both if you can.
Yep. Thanks. Valerie.
I'm going to go all Phil Jones and say, I'm glad you asked. How would you feel if I brought you several buyers? And someone put it in the chat. Shamelessly repeating Stephen Gendel's buyers in waiting. We have a buyers in waiting program. And once I preview your home, we could have buyers looking interested. You're welcome. And seeing your home in the next couple days. So are we still confirmed for our appointment?
Love it. Love it. So tell me about the buyers in waiting program.
Stephen?
All right, so everyone in this call's got buyers in their database. Like, we all have it, right? So all you need to do is get permission from the seller to say, can I take a photo of the front of your home? I'm going to go back and I'm going to send a message to my clients that say hot new home hitting the market and put the town. Text me for details. And I'm going to do that tonight after I leave your home, and I'm going to start bringing buyers in who are interested in your home tomorrow. Is that okay with you?
Love it.
That we all have it. Every single one of us has it. It's built in a command. You just pull up your list, or you could say, my last open house that I sat had 50 buyers through and only one person got the home, which means I have 49 other buyers in waiting right now. If you'd like me to send a message on your behalf, I can send a list. What will you pay me? I'll bring them in starting tomorrow.
I love it. You just gave it a name.
Buyers in waiting program.
Amen, bro. Telly, hi.
Good morning, Bernadette. So I've been doubling down significantly on for sale by owners since the beginning of the year. First off, I can't wait for this mastermind. I'm definitely going to be there for that. Anything to keep on getting some good ideas. And truthfully and honestly, it's a lot to it. I mean, with somebody that is, Adrian, that's like, you have a buyer, I almost am like, I want to say to for sale by owners, I'll say this, I'm like, the way that for sale by owners ask for a buyer, it's almost as bad as Captain Hook asking for Peter Pan. Bring me Peter Pan. No. Do you want a buyer who's going to have an agent who's going to look out for their client's best interest because they, no disrespect, have no loyalty to you, and they're going to do everything that they can to make themselves look good in front of them? And wouldn't it be more beneficial to you to have somebody who's looking out for your interests, that is a master negotiator, that's able to take care of you, as opposed to feeling like you got fleeced because you just wanted to get the home sold?
Yeah. Thank you. Love it. Drive safe. Mark.
Always do.
I know. I watch it every Thursday. Hi, Mark.
Thank you. When we set up our appointments, we sometimes try to bracket when we're available to meet with them. And we ask them, would 10 o'clock on Saturday or 2 o'clock work better for you? And if they make an appointment, that's great. If they say, no, it doesn't work, and you're getting resistance about getting a specific time, ask them if there's an opportunity when they have another showing where you could piggyback on that showing and come at either right before or right after that one. So it's not as much as an inconvenience for them as they may feel that it is if you're trying to schedule an open time in your calendar.
Yeah, that's perfect. Such a great idea, actually. Chris, if you're still here, I'd love to open up the breakout rooms for the last segment of the call. Are you here? You might not be here, but that's okay. There might not be any breakout rooms. So all great ideas. I love it. Adrian, did you pull up any ahas or get some good ideas from that?
I did. Thank you. Yes, I'm taking notes. So if y'all wonder what I'm doing, I've taken a lot of notes. Again, I think that's a great idea. I need to call. I don't need to text. I don't like the texting thing myself. It's so impersonal. So I think calling her and then sending a video text. I even like what Erica said. Maybe just kind of ignore it. I mean, I need to focus on what I do in the mornings. So I don't feel like I need to respond immediately when I've got this call in my power hour. So I think I'm going to wait to see if I get something else and then maybe call her. But yeah, I took a lot of notes. And I like what you said about we are the primary source of buyers or sellers meeting their buyers above 85%. And that's something great to share with them, because a lot of times they do think that they can sell it themselves and they've got such a small pool of people and they really want to sell it, or, getting as much money and being represented. And so that's something else I took. Make sure they know, hey, I can represent you. So thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome. Okay, so anybody want to practice a role play a for sale by owner call? Adrian, do you want to share since you're on my main screen?
Okay, sure.
Oh, awesome. Hello.
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 I'm calling you. Sorry. Hi. Are you the homeowner of 123 Main Street?
I am.
Oh, wonderful. I saw that it's been listed, and I'd love to ask you some questions about it. Is it still available?
Yeah, it's still available.
Okay. And you are the homeowner?
I am.
Okay. Well, just so you know, I am a local realtor. I'm sure you didn't know all the crazy agents were going to be calling you when you listed it.
Oh, yeah. They're still calling.
I'm sure. Am I lucky number 13?
I think it's higher than that, to be honest.
Oh, my goodness. Well, hopefully I don't sound like all the other agents. And I'm not here to tell you that you can't sell it yourself, because we do know that you can. However, statistically, people tend to do better when they have an agent representing them. But it's a beautiful home. Where are you guys going?
We're moving out of town, closer to my kids.
Oh, okay. And do you have a timeline for moving?
As soon as this home sells, really, our timeline has finally arrived, and that's why we put the home on the market.
So in the next 30 days, you'd like to get it sold and move on?
Yeah, the sooner the better.
Okay, wonderful. Now, if you don't mind me asking, have you had some showings?
My husband has shown it a few times. I try and stay out of the showings. I answer the call, and I answer the phone and answer any questions that they might have, and then connect them with my husband.
Okay, wonderful. Well, out of those showings, have you had any offers?
No, not really. A lot of people say what you say, that it's a beautiful home. I think it's really pretty as well. I'm sure that an offer is going to come around shortly.
Well, wonderful. Well, hey, I would love the opportunity to put my eyes on your property. It's helpful because I have buyers. They're all looking for something different, but when I can come see your home, then I know if it's a good fit for the people that I have, the buyers in waiting. But also, I can provide some additional information. Has anybody provided like a RPR, equity analysis for you?
My husband met with a few realtors before we listed the home to get an understanding of what prices look like, but that was a few months ago.
Okay. Well, if you would be open to it, I can bring you some updated information, see your home, and we can go from there. Would you be open to that?
So you said you have a buyer?
I work with several buyers. So when I come and look at your property, I'll have a better idea if you're the right fit for them. And then once I see it, I also have several agents in our market center I can share your home with. I can maybe take a picture, send it, let them know that it's available. But yes, I don't have a specific buyer, but once I look at it, I might be able to put you and one of my buyers together. They like me to preview the homes first.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take your information. I'll give it to my husband, and then coordinate a time when he can show it with you.
Okay. So should I give you a call back later this afternoon or tomorrow morning?
I'll just take your number and he'll call you. Would
Okay.
that be okay?
Oh, that's fine. And then if you don't mind, if I don't hear from y'all in a couple of days, I'll give you a call back.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you so much.
Bravo. And you know what I love? You have a smile on your face the entire time you talk. It shines through on your voice. Love it.
Was a little nervous. Sorry.
You did wonderful. Mark, was your hand up again, or is that from earlier? Mark, you're muted. Probably from earlier. So Adrian did a great job. Somebody else want to role play? Hi, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, hang on, Telly. I'll come back to you. Hi, Dan. I haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, Bernadette. Nice seeing you.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, ring.
Hello.
Hi, is this the owner of 123 Main Street?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Hey, I saw that you have a home for sale and that you're selling yourself. Is that right?
Yeah. Are you a buyer?
Actually, I work with a lot of buyers in the area, and I was just calling because we like to be aware of all the properties on the market. And I was just wondering when I might be able to come by and take a look at it.
Oh, okay. So you do have a buyer.
We work with a lot of buyers. I just don't know if this house is going to be the right for them. So I was wondering if we could come take a look at it. Are you available this afternoon at 3, or would 5 be a good time for you?
You can come by at 3.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, when the property does sell, where are you headed to?
We want to buy a condo in town. We're done with the suburbs and want to live in town for a little bit and try that out.
Okay, fantastic. Do you know what part of town you want to be in?
Midtown.
Okay.
Thinking about the high rises out there.
And ideally, what's your perfect time frame for making that move?
I honestly only want to move once. I only want to move once. So when this home sells, I want to be able to move right into that home with the right timing.
So the coordination between the sale of this property and the purchase of the next property sounds really critical to make sure that you have a smooth transition. Is that right?
Yep, that's right.
Hey, if while I meet, if we could find a solution for you to make that happen, like I've done with a couple of other clients recently, where we had a same day closing to make it, that transition really smooth for them. Would you like me to bring some information so we could talk about that too?
Well, I have my eye on a couple of different developments, and I think that they had said that they're available and ready for move-in.
They are ready for move-in.
I feel like I got that taken care of.
You got that taken care of. Would it be helpful to you if we talked about it and to make that transition smoother? Do you think it would be easier to coordinate that transition with multiple people, or if you had one person handling it all for you, would that be an easier process for you?
You know what, Dan, to be honest, I hadn't even thought about it.
Okay. Well, would it make sense for us to talk about it when we get together at 3 o'clock today?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay.
We can talk about it.
All right. And when we get together at 3, I didn't know if you were the only person involved in that decision of making the move, or if there's another person or spouse involved in that transition.
My husband is part of our family and going to be part of it, but he's not going to be here for the showing.
Okay. All right. Would you prefer if we met at the same time with your husband? Would it be possible to meet with him if we met at 5 o'clock instead of 3?
Well, you just wanted to take a look at the house for your buyers, right?
Yeah, that's a primary goal. And obviously if we could, help you with the transition to the other one, I didn't know if you might be a buyer for one of the homes that we have on the market. So I was wondering if it would be best for us to have that conversation at the same time.
Okay, that's fine. I'll talk to him, and why don't we set a time, and if he wants to be part of it, then for sure he'll come join, or we can reschedule.
Okay, so that sounds perfect. So then would that be meeting at 5 o'clock, or would that be still meeting at 3?
Let's still plan for 3.
Okay.
And if he feels like he needs to be a part of it, he can come at 5, but knowing him, he's not going to want to be a part of it.
Okay. All right. We'll take one step at a time. Sounds good. All right. It's a pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Bravo, Dan. Love it. Love it. We have room for one more. Telly.
Yep, I'm on it. Okay, so ring, ring.
Somebody else be a for sale by owner. Dan, can you be a for sale by owner?
Yes, I can.
All right.
All right, so ring, ring.
Hello.
I was looking to see if the property at 123 Main Street was still available for sale privately.
Yeah, are you a buyer?
I actually work with a number of buyers, but I had a couple questions, but I'm actually a realtor just asking for a conversation, if that's okay.
Okay, fantastic. I just want you to know we're not listing the property. So what do you need to know about the property?
Well, I see it's been on the market for a couple of weeks. And a big question, it looks like a wonderful place. Once it finishes and once it sells, where are you guys headed to?
We're going to the beach, but I don't understand why that's important to you.
Yeah, that's a great question. I just wanted to know a little bit. That's all. As I said, I see it's a wonderful property.
Yeah, it is a great property. Do you think that your buyers are interested in seeing it? They can come over. We're doing an open house this weekend.
That's good. That's good to know. Tell me, have you had a lot of interest on it?
Yeah, we do. So if your buyers are interested, they should probably come over sooner than later.
Mm-hmm. Understood wholeheartedly. Have you had some offers in the ballpark of what you're looking for?
No, not yet. We've just had some showings and it seems like we have a lot of interest, a lot of phone calls from realtors, but we've had some buyers come through too.
You know how to make those phone calls stop, right?
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry. What was that?
You know how to make all those phone calls stop?
Wasn't I don't want the buyers to stop calling. I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
You want those realtor calls to stop is what I'm saying.
Too soon.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Too soon
it's
to tell.
been a lot of phone calls from realtors.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I also wanted to let you know, I see it's on Zillow. Did you know you're only getting roughly about 10% of actually the market is looking at the properties? The other 90% work with the MLS and work with agents. Are you aware of that?
You know, I am, and that's why I was thinking of possibly putting it on the MLS myself with one of those flat fee companies.
I can understand that wholeheartedly, completely. Tell me, what is the reason why you wanted to sell it on your own, if I can kindly ask?
Oh, it's really to save the commission, the listing commission.
Saving the commission. I can understand that wholeheartedly. Another big question I had was simply this. Did you know that usually working with a professional like myself, that 9 times out of 10, the seller actually nets more money even after commission. But the other thing that's great also is this. You know, right now you're working and selling on your own, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you have people that are technically driving by, walking by, or standing on Zillow, and they see your home is for sale, right?
Correct.
Okay, so if one of those is working with a realtor and you invite them into your home and you sit down with them and you're having a conversation and saying, you know, then they start telling you the terms of what they want for selling the home. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Hey.
Okay, here's the thing. When they're sitting down, when they're sitting down with you, the problem is this, and that is that agent is going to do everything they can to make themselves look great in front of their buyer. And no disrespect to you, Mr. Seller, unfortunately, they don't have any loyalty to you. So wouldn't it be more behoove you to have a megaphone out to the masses so that not only do you get 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 potential buyers that are really interested and serious, but they're also willing to give up things like contingencies, inspections, offer $20,000 non-refundable to try to get into a home to sit down with you? Which one would be more convenient for you?
Well, I mean, that's exactly what we're after as a second option.
And if you only have 10% of the market, what is the chances you're actually going to get that versus working with somebody and having that other 90% of the pie?
Well, you know, it's probably not as likely.
Exactly. That's why we need to meet. So I'm free later on today. I can stop by your house around 3 o'clock and just show you the different methods that my company and I use to sell over 1,000 houses a day, or a year, excuse me.
Okay. All right, Telly.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'll be back. Thank you so much for your call.
Well
Good
done,
job,
Telly.
guys. Awesome. So many good tidbits today. So many great scripts, concepts, ideas. Love it. Thanks for sharing. I love my Thursdays. I love you guys. Hey, so be safe for all my friends going to family reunions. Safe travels to you. Learn some good stuff. I'm checking out mentally for the weekend. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend yourself. Lisa Perlman, take us out.
You received inspiration. Now go put in the perspiration.
Woo! Enjoy your trip, Bernadette.
Thanks. I will.
Yes,
Thank you.
have
Have a
fun,
great
Bernadette.
weekend,
Be safe out there.
Don't do anything
Hey,
we wouldn't do,
everyone.
Bernadette.
Pretend like you're in Vegas.
Bye
Thank
now.
you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a successful day.
Thanks,
Thank you, Mark.
Enjoy, Bernadette.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Mark.